the W tipped off this past weekend. Are we excited for the season, guys?
Let's go feed.
Already starting off with some BS commentary.
Oh my gosh. RG3,
Wait, what did
listen,
RG3 say? I missed
pipe
it.
Oh man,
down, pipe down.
at him at RG3.
Seriously, at RG3. Like that was so uncalled for. So there was a flagrant foul between Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese.
Saw that.
Caitlin Clark pretty much legit pushed Angel. Oh, you saw it. Okay, perfect. Um, RG3 says, "Oh, look at how Angel was trying to go after Caitlyn. That's rooted in hate. She clearly hates Caitlyn. That's so dangerous. Why even do that? I don't understand. Let's not feed into that.
Even Angel after the game says it's a basketball play. Let's move on.
Literally, let's move on. It was a basketball play. Whatever.
Chronic protractors and haters in the background were like, "Hey, look, looks like she's growing a little bit," and it's like, okay, like pulling teeth, but we're there. Uh, yeah, I don't know. Just let them play. Save the discourse,
I'll save my RG3
please.
comments because I feel like there's a reason he takes that stance. But nonetheless,
Hey, huh, huh, I
but
follow.
nonetheless,
Byron Gaines.
honestly, I think well, one, we gotta as hoop fans and as people in general, we gotta let go of this Caitlyn Angel Reese like trying to make it a beef. They're competitors. They've
Yeah.
been competing against each other since college. I don't know if there's a real dislike for each other, but even if there is a little bit of dislike, they're competitors. We don't
Mhm.
got no problem with dudes in the NBA disliking each other. So as long as they keep it on the court and keep it like it is what it is, Angel got every right to react. Kaylin gonna do whatever she do. Like as long as it don't go past competition, that's exactly what it is. Competition. So, but I think I don't like that it's putting not pressure maybe, but like it's not only painting the WNBA players in a certain spotlight, but it's forcing them to have to answer questions and defend the narrative that they have nothing to do with. Like this is everybody else making something of nothing in a league and in a space that we're all just now converging on. Part of it is all, clickbait. People just, oh, it's something to talk about now because these two names are gonna, make headlines or grab views, whatever the case may be. So, yeah, definitely RG3. Go ahead and pipe down, good brother. We'll we'll leave it at that. But based on how historic last season was, what do you think the W can do this season to build on the success they had last season?
Oh, definitely continue to pour into, the next set of rookies. That's what they did so well last season. Like everybody was anticipating. So I think now with Paige, Kiki Iriafen, and Sonia Citron, everybody that has come in this year, it's still a lot more talent and it's just growing. Also, keep hyping up the fact that Golden State now has a team. There's another team in Toronto to look forward to next season. So I think that's what they can continue to do.
More nationally covered games. Continue to maybe tease like, oh yeah, like could you be the next team that has a W team? Like play into that, even if it's not going to happen. Like build buzz, just like make it so that I don't have to go to Ion TV to catch a game. Like there's no reason why I should be scrounging through 8 different sub channels to find you know uh the primetime game of the day. Like please, like put them on ESPN, put them outside of just Caitlin Angel. Granted,
Hmm.
great games that they play, but like let's start to develop that. It's like the Spurs getting like 20 nationally televised games this year is disgusting. Like that is your prime time ticket, and you are hiding him. You had 40 LA games prime time throughout the entire year. That's half of their games. Like please, like enough. Sorry, going to NBA, but just like divvy it up. Give us some more Wings games. Paige is there now. Please give us some more Chicago games. Like I want to see everybody in the W now. Like not just every game is primetime Caitlin versus who this week.
Yeah, I agree with that. And building on divvying it up, something that I noticed, so many players that got drafted didn't make final rosters. And
Yeah.
so I'm curious, like, I know that there's a limited number of teams, but like there are players like that can be playing in this league. I get, getting teams set up and officially ready to go take some time, but I would think there should be some urgency in trying to get more teams to get more players so y'all can keep making more money. Like clearly there's a space and arena for this product now and there's a growing audience for it. So the fact that y'all got draft picks not making final rosters, like what was the point of the draft? Like, so is there something that can be done immediately to rectify something like that?
Maybe a G League for a lot of fans have been calling for a G League for the W. I don't see how that hurts. Even if it's a shortened schedule, it doesn't have to mimic the NBA's G League. It can be like a good, maybe like Unrivaled, a 30-game schedule for these rookies that were drafted
Right.
but didn't make the final roster.
Yeah.
Yeah, have Unrivaled go during the season, have that be their showcase.
That would be fire. It doesn't even have to be W related. It could be an Unrivaled, another.
Yes, like every girl that did not make a roster, have them play Unrivaled, and then it's like, okay, eyes are there, and they're stealing our content. We have to make a move now.
Yeah.
Maybe they get absorbed. Maybe then they become a G League.
Yeah. Yeah. Something has to be done. There's two women's sports and women's basketball in general, like per this conversation, it's growing too fast for this to be the story and the narrative for too much longer. Like next season, like if we get the Toronto team next season, like I just hope we aren't, because I would hope they can expand the draft at some point. Like in an ideal world, you can expand the draft and just have more players coming in. Hopefully, we get to a point where they change the college rules as well. But
Mhm.
maybe that's further down the line. But I mean, all these things take time, and obviously, like with the big jump they made last year, may be considered to be asking for a lot. But I mean, the product is there, the audience is there, so why not capitalize on it? Like it's money for the players to be made. It's money for the players to make. It's money for the league to make. Yeah, like they could be doing more. Last thing on the W, Paige Beckers obviously was the first pick in this year's WNBA draft. She is not Caitlin Clark in all facets, right? Like she does not have the pop, like she does not come with the pop, the audience, the hype that Caitlin does, but she is a star in her own right. Will Paige have some type of impact akin to Caitlin in the league last year? I don't really want to compare because Caitlin was her own star that just has shined too bright. But is Paige the next rookie that can kind of, she has the same amount of fanfare, I would say, right? I think she's the same draw to a degree, if you will, not the same, but not out of the stratosphere, so to say. But can she have a somewhat similar impact maybe on the league that Caitlin kind of started the precedent with last year?
I don't know. And I'm talking strictly circumstantial, not like talent or anything, because hands down, Paige is a beast. But Caitlin went to a team where there was not necessarily a face. I know Aaliyah Boston is there, but still, Indiana needed a leader. Paige is in Dallas with a lot of faces, mainly Enrique.
Yeah.
And I think playing alongside an Enrique, who is a ball dominant player, will kind of hinder a little bit of that impact that she could have had she gone to a team that was looking for a primary ball handler.
I agree with that.
I think it ushers her into the league well, where it's like she used to play that role that she played at UConn, essentially, just like play off pin downs, go get open ones. And I think that winning is going to impact what her legacy is versus Caitlin's more than anything. I think that is going to be the marker that if she has more hardware at the end of the day than Caitlin might be her player, but Paige can sit back on these accolades that she's built with, the wings, hopefully, that I feel like would play a part in the narrative. I think best way to compare it, Sabrina Carpenter versus Billie Eilish. Two big stars, two stars in
Mhm.
their own right, but Billie was bigger first, just definitely a little bit quieter, like as years has gone on. Sabrina came through, bop, bop, bop. Biggest thing out right now, but like Billy's still Billy. Birds of a Feather is still, she's still gonna sing her tune. It's just that one is maybe a bit louder, a bit more poppy with it, while the other is going to lay down their tracks, give you hits, but it's not, is it, a Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett entree for you, if you will. Someone might get it done in a flashier way, be a bit louder with it, but then get less hardware, but still be a comparable player to someone that's going to get hardware down the line, but do it in a bit more of a blase way.
That's a good pool, Gil. That's a really good comparison to put it into perspective. But yeah, and I just think it speaks to how careers can look different. Like I think Caitlin's legacy, hardware won't matter. Like, yeah, we'll want to see her get it, but her impact alone, it defines the large part of her legacy. Whereas for Paige, like you said, getting ushered into the league and being in a position where she can just be a winner and contribute to winning, I think that'll go large for her. And everybody just has different lanes, right? Maybe Caitlin's supposed to carry the torch for impact, right? Whereas I kind of, liken it to, I mean, it's not the same as Tarasi and Bird, but like obviously they had different roles in their part of history in the WNBA, right? So like Tarasi is considered like that's the GOAT. Like you ask anybody, she's the GOAT. Whereas like you look at Sue Bird, like she may not be the GOAT, but like she's a winner, like she's a champion. And like they won't get into the weeds of better and stuff like that, but they both